So I want to show you that summer glow kit that you can get without being color matched. I had a lot of people that don't wear a lot of makeup or want just a little to look alive. Not just in the summer, but anytime you're just running out and want to do something really quick, you don't even have to get color matched for this. So there is a little misconception. I marketed it, I showed you as a bundle, but it's not like a pre-made collection. So just like with everything with Seint, you can make this completely your own. So if you're like, I don't love that blush color, that's fine. Switch it to a different blush. Those are just the example of some summery blushes that we used. Or if you see one aspect of it like, I don't love that part of it, you can switch it with something else. So I'm gonna show you a little variation on that. But the brush that I recommend to do with the Summer Glow bundle is either this B² brush, which you can actually get in a bundle with a bronzer, and you get the bronzer for like $4, which is awesome, or the blend brush. So both of these are very light coverage brushes because that's the kind of look we're going for. So I'm gonna show you all the different things that you can do with that Summer Glow bundle. You're gonna start with a bronzer. There are different shades of bronzer. I'm gonna use Bella because most people could use Bella. This is Heat Waves. It's a little deeper. If you wear Mango, Goddess, Papaya, anything that and darker, you're going to want to use Heat Waves. Mango, you can still use Bella, but at Goddess or higher, I would get Heat Waves. If you wear anything fairer than Candlelit or below, I would get tan lines and you'll be fine, but everybody can wear Bella. It's that nice medium ground. So I'm going to use the big fluffy end of either one of these brushes. And I'm just gonna give myself, I just said I'd use the fluffy end and there I went and did the other end. It's okay. You can use the concentrated end then, I will, and put that around my forehead and then blend it out. Blend it out. Or I can take the big fluffy end like I said I was gonna do. And I like to start by going down my neck, living life on the edge in a white sweatshirt with a bronzer. So I'm gonna pull that down and that just makes it not have a makeup line. And then I'm gonna do that kind of where I would contour high points of my cheeks where I would get some sun, right? Now you can put it down. I mean, people even dot it like with their fingers. You've seen that on TikTok. So I can use the smaller end and dot it if I want more. And then just blend it out. I wanna keep my cheekbones nice and high. Looking good and warm. You can do some on your nose to do that. And then pull that on my forehead. Now I have a lot of forehead, so you may not need as much up here as I do, but we're gonna warm up that forehead. And this way we got the dimension of like a 3D makeup, just leaving off the highlight color. So we're leaving a lot of our natural skin exposed, but this stuff it's not weird. Like let's say if we put a liquid foundation like that in just this little area of our face, it would look weird because our makeup is so skin-like in texture that it doesn't look awkward. Like, why do you have makeup on this one part of your face and leaving all this blank? But we can do that. I'm just gonna go a tad darker. I feel like I could still use a little bit more. I went to the darker color now, to Heat Waves, so you can kind of see that. I'm gonna shoot that in my hairline and circle around. Again, I could have done this with the blend brush as well. Maybe take a little longer because it's smaller, but you're gonna see in a second, I really like having the blend brush for one of the other steps. So another thing I can do with that bronzer is, if I can find my brush, should have had this ready for you guys. I can also line my lips with another bronzer. I'm gonna do the Heat Wave one, the darker one. Now, if you're not going for that made up of a look, you could skip this step, but I just wanna show you other things that you can do with it because everything is multi-use with Seint, which is what we love about it. One of the things we love about it, I do a little bit bronzer around my lips. Then we'll come back in a minute and put some of that lip and cheek color there as well. So I'm gonna line them, then spread a tiny bit of it out. Just give me a little bit of look alive there. Okay, next thing that comes in it is a lip and cheek color. I showed you all Saint Tropez the other day that so many of you liked, but I like any of these kind of colors for summer. They seem summery for me. Hollywood's a great one. Anything pinky to me seems summery. Hollywood, Venice, those are great ones. Madrid, Saint Tropez, Tropicana, Boardwalk. I like all that kind of stuff. Frenchie, but I'm gonna use the Saint Tropez. I thought it was very summery. So I could do it with this brush and tap that right over the top of my contour line. So this does not have a ton of color to it. Or I can go into the blend brush, like I said, and lightly do it. So there's not a lot of color on this one. Do you want to see something with a little more color? You can. It just kind of depends on how much makeup you want to look like you have on, but that's why I chose something really subtle. I'm just kind of going right over that contour line with either of those brushes. I want to keep my cheeks high, so I'm blending up and back. Blush placement is a total preference. And then you can take your lip and cheek color, whatever you choose, and I can do this one. You can go on the inner part of your lip as well. Use it as a lip color, or skip the lip color and just do the supernatural look with just Illuminator or just your moisturizer. We'll get there in a second. Okay, so I'm gonna go to, there's some, like I said, you can kind of do different things with this kit. Some people choose the fourth option. Well, we're on the third still. Let's do the Illuminator first, and I'll come back to that. But some people's fourth option, they use the lip moisturizer, which is just like a really awesome, high quality chapstick. So, you know, like the good ones that don't actually just make you want to keep coming back and spending more money because they're really drying your lips out. No, but like an actual moisturizing lip. So you can do that, and that'll be a super natural lip, and you don't have to have anything on your lips other than that. So that's what a lot of people like to do, especially if you're going the natural no makeup look, but I'm just trying to show you everything else you can do with this bundle. Or let's go to our Illuminator. I'm going to be using Confetti. It's my favorite one right now. Confetti is gold. You can tell it's kind of shimmery. So our Illuminator, we're just going to give on the high points of our face. So I'm feeling where my cheekbones are. So I'm just going to, basically anywhere that I can feel a bone in my face, that's where I'm going to put this. I'm going to put it there. I'm going to put it on my brow bone. And it's not got a ton of color to it. It's just going to hit the light, especially when you're outside. But it's not like up close. You're not really going to see any like makeup texture or anything like that. Can you see how up close it is? You can hardly even see where you put it on, right? So I'm gonna do that there. I'm gonna do that on my Cupid's bow. Anywhere that we wanna reflect some light, you can do it in the center of your lip, which is gonna make them look fuller. You can do it on the inner corners of your eyes, which is really great, especially if you have deep set eyes. Do that on the inner corners. And some people even do it down the bridge of their nose with whatever's left. Just right in the center there. Okay, next. So on the last option, you can do the lip moisturizer, or some people, even without a color match, just want a little brightness under their eye, right? Because that's where we've got some dark circles. So you might see the Summer Glow kit marketed with Sunlit as well. So Sunlit is just you can see it's super yellow. You barely want any of this, right? You can just do a little bit of Sunlit. I don't want to do too much under your eye. You can, if you use the small end of the brush, the more concentrated end, you can get a little bit more coverage, but you just need to be very careful that you're not using too much. I mean, I'm barely touching this. I'm barely fanning it out in that area. You can do it up the center of your nose as well. See, my problem is, if I'm doing this much, I might as well add the last step of using my highlight color, because I want my nose covered, because that's where my redness is my nose. But I mean, I really don't need a ton of coverage on this part of my face. So just a little brightener under eye. Now there are some people, I just feel like this color it works on most people if you're just trying to brighten up right there under eye. You can even do it on the main part of the lid, because that's what, I mean, I feel like my dark circles are not just under my eye, that's like my whole eyelid. Okay, so there's that. And then you can go back and take that cheek color that you had. So like, even if these were just, this is a great like first step to baby step into Seint. So I can even take my cheek color that we had earlier and use that as eyeshadow. I've got the cheek color as the main, just going over my crease. I'm using that small end of the blend brush. Or if you went with this brush, because it gets you that bronzer cheaper, and it is one of my very favorite brushes. Great way to step into Seint. You can use your finger and just put some of that main shade on, and then we've already got some of the Illuminator on the inner corners of the eye. So you can take the bronzer, lost it, take your bronzer and do a little bit on the outer corners for some dimension. I don't want a ton. This is like our no makeup look, right? Which is kind of that ombre effect of a little darker on the outer corners. and then it ombres into a little bit lighter. Nothing crazy. You can pull it under the eye like we would. Right there. Nothing crazy, okay? So that's some other things that you can do with it. I love how everything is multi-use. Obviously, I need some mascara to look alive, but that is the Summer Glow Kit in a nutshell. Sometimes I'll go afterwards, and there's nothing on this. I'm just making sure it's nice and blended. Am I missing something that comes in the kit? But now I've just got a soft, no makeup look, but I've still got a little of that dimension that we like, and a little coverage, so I can go out, go to the store, not scare as many people, go to the lake, sit outside, and just feel a little bit more alive and get a little bit of sun protection by having something down there. I'll show you the after pictures because videos, it's always harder to see, but that's the Summer Glow Kit. I like to even do, to me, like, I really want my nose contour. I'm so close to having like a full face that I might as well just throw that last thing on there because I love contour. So I bet you could do this with the bronzer. Let's just take the bronzer and do it. So I want to do a little nose contour with my bronzer there. It's not as natural looking as the contour would be, but that's the last step you could do, because then I'm going to make my nose look so much slimmer. My before and after pictures, y'all ever see how much slimmer my nose looks when I contour it? So my $14 nose job, y'all. So that's it. I've taken too long showing you this bundle. It's my bad. I ramble. That's what I do. Okay. Summer Glow. You can always finish off if you're going to be outside for the day. For a natural look, I don't use this every day, but if I know I'm going to be outside, then I can spray myself with some setting spray and go. I have a date night in just a second. I really should not have done that because I was going to go back in and add my main highlight down here, but oh well. My husband likes a natural look anyway, so we'll just go with that for him. I wasn't gonna do my eyes that big, and so some people like the whole like spray this right on my face kind of method and then air dry. You have that option too, but if you're gonna be outside, it's great. Does this have SPF in it? We used to have one with SPF. I think we might have banned that because we used to have one with and one without, because I think in Canada they couldn't sell the one with SPF because, you know, y'all. Yeah, I don't think there's SPF in this. Anyway, but it'll still give you a little bit more wear time. I'm gonna add some mascara, and that's it. That's a Summer Glow. You can get it without a color match. You can change your color of blush. I recommend something peachy or fun or summery. And let me know if you need help, you know, picking your bronzer color or anything like that. Building your compact, you should get some compact credit towards that so you could have it all in one place and it just be your, like, this is what I'm gonna use on the go palette. Okay, I added my mascara, so now I can really see up close and personal. It's like I've got no product on this area of my face, on this area of my face, but I just added just a little bit, enough to look bronzy and glowy. I'm trying to let you see it from the back, like what people would really see. So that Illuminator, you can see it just catching the light, look nice and pretty, but don't look super made up. And I even did a little more to the lips than you would have to do if you just wanted the moisturizer without lining them. But this is kind of what it looks like up close and personal. Try to show the after, because pictures always show it better than videos.